Welcome back, everyone, to Headline Automotive for Monday, February 9th. I'm Rob Lofaris. As you drive around your local market, you see them everywhere. BMW, Audi, Volvo, Volkswagen, and Mercedes-Benz franchises. And these just aren't dealerships. These are architectural statements, facilities that cost tens of millions of dollars in brick, mortar, equipment, and people. And they were built to serve the top end of the buying public, households that usually weather the storm for inflation and high interest rates. But today, these beautiful buildings are facing an ugly reality. Once a steady heartbeat of aspirational sales has turned into a crisis of uncertainty. Today, we're going to ask the hard question: is the era of European cars in America ending? Here is the reality. Every European brand sold in the United States is currently fighting a war on two fronts. In front number one, it's the U.S. market. They're getting hammered by tariffs on their imported cars and their EV batteries. Their operating margins for both the importer and the dealers are shrinking. And they're fighting a weak U.S. dollar now, forcing them to raise prices in a market that's screaming for affordability. And critically, they are caught in the EV trap, trying to sell electric vehicles when the U.S. buyer is shifting back to gas and hybrids, fueled by cheap gasoline prices and the loss of EV tax credits. And now they're being forced to rethink everything. What do we build here? Where do we build it? And can we even afford to? Battlefront number two, well, it's back home in Europe, and it's not any better over there. They are facing intense competition from Chinese brands that are cheaper and, quite frankly, better at software and AI. And they're dealing with stagnating EV demand in their own backyard as well, as European governments cut subsidies just like here in the United States. And they have high manufacturing costs, high labor costs, and factories that are actually running under capacity. To put it very simply, the Europeans are struggling to serve three very distinct masters: the US, China, and the rest of Europe, all who want different things. These two battlefronts has led to billions of dollars in write-downs for quarter four for brands like Volvo, Volkswagen, Audi, and Porsche too. And they're all managing historic cost-cutting programs. In corporate speak, cost-cutting usually means plant closures and layoffs. And those cuts do trickle down. They hit the U.S. importer, and eventually they hit the U.S. dealer. Which brings us to the ultimate question. Does it pay for European car companies to build unique gas and hybrid platforms exclusively for the U.S. market, while the rest of the globe move towards 100% EVs in Europe and China? Or is it best to simply pause, wind down U.S. operations until there's some clarity on what to build and where to build it? The reality is the loss of brands like, let's say, Audi and Volkswagen here in the United States isn't that far-fetched of a thought any longer, especially when the market and tariffs are telling you you really aren't wanted here. This is Rob Lofaris, and thanks for watching.